Comics here. Next is Zero Comics Transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps of comments that are responsive comments I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning: if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video, and go watch something else. Do all I say is hate speech my videos because there is no hate speech my videos. It's feature hate listener story. It's it is currently 4 a.m. on a Thursday morning. I will be doing these videos, and then I will be going to bed. Because I really want to do the videos. I did one video earlier, yeah, but I really want to get these guys done because I got a bunch of things I want to do in my notebook here. More, lots more scripts I want to make. Yep, so I'm gonna do that. But before we get to the transgender hate mail, that is quite epic and crazy and jacked up. Of course, it's transgender stuff. I want to get to the not safe for work fan art. We have Pomni from and Ragatha from the Amazing Digital Circus. Yes, they are very popular. They really like. There are people out there who really like Pomni and the Ragatha and other cute cartoon girls that are very recently online. Well, and yeah, seeing her with the proper genitals is great. She got her labia, her vulva there. That's very nice. Yeah, Mom's a girl, so she has a vulva. But then we see pictures like this one right next to it with someone that looks like Pomni but has a pair of testicles hanging out. I'm just like, I call that guy Pomno, the male version of Pomni. And right next to that one, you see, yeah, definitely someone with a flat chest and a large penis and testicle bulge. That looks like they're dressed up like Pomni as well. That's Pomno again. Yeah, Pomni is super cute and fun. I'm a huge fan of hers. Pomno was apparently very popular as well. They love to make Pomno. To have Pomno hanging out and just being like, yeah, it's Pomno. Sometimes mistake her for Pomni, like him for Pomni, but it is Pomno. That's Pomno. Yeah, fictional male character that looks just like Pomni, except for has a penis and testicles. Yeah. So yeah, that's very nice. Seeing some of the pictures I see here with her and the Jax are kind of awesome because of course it's so passionate, so crazy and silly and fun. So nice. So let's continue on here with more hate mail, transgender hate mail, sexual hate mail. Next here. Also, I did get vaccinated. If you are newly, it's a lady with some sort of sickness, some sort of getting a little under weather. If you're vaccinated, that helps out a lot. Your body is better off fighting, better able to fight it, and definitely feeling better. So that's good. Hopefully, after a few days, we'll get over this. So let's continue on with this stuff going on here. Girl is all TikTok is basically saying she's not female anymore. Girl wants to be a boy is basically saying she's not female anymore because of all the surgery and hormones she has taken. Watch this. Oh, what the heck? All right. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Picture of Angry Joe, another Joe, and boy, things that match up as customs if you allow trans people, because I so told. Let's see here. You define chromosomes RXX, which is likely because she was born with ovaries. Yeah, I still only have one little factor there. It was the typical female, but who cares? Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. Which also can be found in male at birth people through lies. So not biological female, right? Like no, dang it. I said not anymore, at least in appearance. But you were born female, so you still are. No matter what unnatural things you got done to your body, I say. Let's go to the next one. Because that's basically what they're trying to do. Hide the truth as much as they can and hope that no one finds it out. People always will. It's a waste of time. It's useless. A better plan is to learn to trust God and follow His ways. Stop lying about your biological sex. Crap. Oh, yeah. Good Joe, another Joe, and Alex are having an extended discussion about like Call of Duty or Battlefield 2049 or whatever, 2047 or 6 or whatever it is. It's still in the way. Do I have the other one? I need to see the whole thing. My whole response. There we go. There we are. I said not anymore, at least not in periods. But you were born female, so you were still hard no matter what the natural things you got done to your body. As for fear, it's different than cancer. Fear is a negative emotion that causes you to lie. All those boxes you checked are failed attempts to lie boxes. That's what they try to do. Hide the truth as much as they can. The worst thing for a person lying is truth. So yeah, when that truth comes out, then it's like, no, it all takes. Watch this. The girl's trying to say it's what she did. All getting her body mutilated and pumped full, mutated by pumping it full of hormones that aren't supposed to be there like that. Oh, she's unnatural. You frame that as if it's entirely bad, because it is. There's horrible things going on to your body. Yes, I'll do that. What natural things do you do to your body? Not the same things at all. Sorry. Take painkillers when you have a really bad headache, do you? Not the same thing at all. Because I'm sorry. Painkillers are, the stopgap measure. They help you feel, less pain for a little bit. And it's painkillers. It's not the same thing. As pumping yourself full of hormones, causing your body to be, basically sterilized and mutated. It's not the same thing at all. So it doesn't work. Well, bet Jesus didn't take painkillers for his headache. Who cares about that? God gave you that headache. No, he did not give headaches. That doesn't work. Just to accept that. Well, nope, that's not how that works at all. You see, dysphoria is not fear, according to Liza was told. If it was, I'd probably be afraid of female physical traits and girls, women being feminine and whatnot. But I'm not. But I'm trying to do whatever I can to lie and say I'm not a female by hiding my physical traits. Saying I'm not a woman, though. Yeah, that doesn't work. Next. I wasn't a woman, according to my skewed view of what I think a woman is. That's it. Point blank. Period. Wrong. I wasn't afraid of being oppressed. If I was afraid of being oppressed, I probably wouldn't put myself in a position when I face more oppression. Yeah, you would, because you're thinking if I could hide and lie enough, maybe the oppressors won't be oppressing me so much. Doesn't work. Dysphoria is not an emotion. It totally is an emotion. It's a disorder. An emotion. A bad disorder emotion. One that causes you to lie up until you realize it's there and then start telling the truth through lies. By forcing myself to stay pretending to be something I'm not would be lying. That would be also lying. I'm sorry. They think that certain things are lying, certain things aren't. But it's all lying. She faces says stuff like, I was lying when we saying I was comfortable in skin. Oh yeah, that would be lying too. But doesn't mean, trying to be comfortable in skin by hiding it and lying about it is wrong. It doesn't mean that's wrong. It doesn't mean that's how that's supposed to be either. So it doesn't work. Next. Why do I even have to feel you people that doubt every principle you don't agree with? Because they're wrong. Like, say, Transgender is solve a problem, whatever. Overcomplicated math problem that doesn't work for this example at all. Doesn't work. Nope. Doesn't work at all. She tries, but it doesn't work. Failure. Failure. Fail. Next. Screen cap wasted because of failure. Nope. Screen cap wasted because of failure. Next. Try again. Okay, failure. And I say, if you say that forcing yourself to pretend to be something you're not is a lie, then I say. There we go. What's that? Alright, then why do you continue to lie and say you're not a woman? You're born with ovaries. That's what women are born with. A headache's not the same thing as a fully functional body that you don't like. Nope, it's not. You got it wrong. Next. Go. Get close to the end of the screen caps. Let's see. Got some left. Let's use them. Because I am not a woman, according to my skewed view of what I think a woman is. Those are people who dress provocatively and for men, right? And show off their breasts and curves and, like men, and want to mate with them and make babies with them they wear shorty shorts. They wear booty shorts. That's what a woman does. Well, yeah, some women do, but not all women do. Sorry, no. That's not what a woman is. Girls got it all wrong because she's saying I'm not a woman. What a woman is to her is a stereotype. They'll deny it, but that's what it is. That's what she thinks a woman is. A girl once said, "I tried to dress like a girl. I didn't like it." I'm thinking to myself, I tried wearing the same thing those other girls over there wore. I didn't like that stuff. I'm like, okay, that seems those girls dress like that. That's not what makes a girl though. You try to dress like those girls. Now, that doesn't make you not a girl if you don't dress like them. That doesn't work. Next, continue on, please. Well, yeah, here we go. Here, watch this. Woman is a social term that's used as a slang term for females. To describe people whose gender identity aligns with the society construction and idea of a woman. Yes, so stereotypes. Female. Not all women are born with ovaries, through lies. Not all people born with ovaries are women, according to lies I was told. Women is just a gender. It's a gender, not a sex. It's a slang term that means, with female though. But I'm trying to lie and say it doesn't mean that. Because if I do, then I'm like, right? I'm like, nope. So the first time, before you say stereotype, that means this would mean stereotypes. It does. Gender is defined as either of the two sexes, being the female, especially when considered with references to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. So stereotypes. Come on, just a minute. The term also uses more broadly to denote a range of identities that do not correspond to established ideas of male and female through lies. Yeah, doesn't work. Yeah. Also, what about intersex people? People who are deformed. They might have ovaries, otherwise male body, according to lies. More clit. Testicles, otherwise female body. Or damaged penis. Not right. Or both organs. What do you say about them? They're deformed. No one's denying it functioned. Again, she's just saying, no one's denying it functioned. And it functions now too. It's not that I didn't like it. Of course, then why'd you try to stop it? That was not the body I belonged in because of lies I was told. Why you're born is the one you belong in. So it doesn't matter if you don't like it. That's what you get. You don't get another one. Stop lying about your sex. That's right. It's because people have body insecurities too, but I don't wish for a soul or a gay muscle or that looks more masculine. Why do you want to look more masculine? Doesn't work. At least that's not part of this for you, according to lies I was told. Let's feel all weird and grossed out by all the female that are actually female. Don't quote female when it actually is female. Hello. Bits and pieces as well as the pronouns that I misinterpreted as. It's being, in the wrong way. Female is born with ovaries. And she'll be like, no, it doesn't. Like, yeah, it does. See, like I said, check it out on YouTube and DeviantArt.